Good morning, students. Now, this will be a discussion on the Never Never Nest, the third lesson in the third unit. It is a one act play, as you know, and it is written by Kedrick Mount, as it is given on the last page of the lesson, page number 95. Kedrick Mount. And let us see what we have in the lesson. You might have taken the lesson on TV, on the same lesson, the Never Never Nest. You might have understood that there will be a story on installments, how people will go for installments to buy things, and how it is uh, what shall I say, not good for anybody, because if you go for installments to buy some uh, TV or you know what furniture or um, you know sofas or a car or a house, if you buy these things on installments, you may be getting into a problem. What if at all your salary is 10,000, and if these installments all together might be of around 10,000 or more than 10,000, how it will be for you to uh, make your living comfortably. It will be very difficult, because all your salary will go for installments. Then how will you manage the other things that you need to live a comfortable life, especially for your food and clothes, and even medical bills and other things. So here we have a couple, Jock and Jill, who buy things on installments. Like they buy everything. Um, See, they buy this house, okay, radiogram, furniture, the sofas and all, and what car, piano, and even their baby also. What Even they don't pay the medical bill uh, at a time, they want to pay it in installments. So that is very funny, and at the same time it will be foolish on their part, that they want to pay the doctor's bill also uh, on installments. So it will be ridiculous. So Aunt Jane is another character who visits their house here in the lesson. Aunt Jane, a distant relative of Jock and Jill. As I told you, Jock and Jill are a couple. Jock is a husband and Jill is his wife. So both of them will be showing their house, and their uh, piano, radiogram, and lounge, and a car, everything to Aunt Jane. Aunt Jane is getting surprised as she sees these things in their house, that they have a uh, good house, right? She says like this: charming, charming, such a cozy little room and such pretty furniture. You have got a radiogram as well as a car and a piano. Then Jock says, why? Of course, Onjan, you simply must have a radio set nowadays. And it is so nice for me when Jock is away at business. I even make him move it into the kitchen. Jill says like this, so that I can listen to it while I cook. Sit down, Anjan. You must be tired, and we have shown you everything now. So that is how they show everything to this Anjan, and so Anjan asks, "I think it is wonderful, my dears. The furniture and the car and the piano and the refrigerator and the radio. What is it? It's wonderful, really wonderful." And Jock says, here, this is something, interesting. Jock says one thing here, and we owe it to you, uh, on Jane. We owe it all to you, he says. Then Onjen says, yes, Jock, that is what is worrying me. So Onjen says, that is what is worrying me. And she thinks, that they might have bought all these things. Maybe for I gave them a check, uh, not of 2000, not of 200, but of 2000 pounds. Maybe I gave them Onjan things like this. Onjan anukuntadanamata. Maybe I gave them a 2000 pounds check, or a 200 pounds check. uh, she asked them the same question. Yes, that check I gave you for wedding present, it was only 200 pounds, wasn't it? I didn't put 2000 by mistake. So she asked them, I gave you a 2000 pound check by mistake? She asked. Why no, Onjen? What on earth made you think that? Then Onjen gets relieved, and she asks, well, that is all right, but I still don't altogether understand. This house, it is very lovely, but doesn't it cost a great deal for rent? See, you are renting this house. This is a rented house, she asks. Rent? Oh no, we don't pay rent. Uh, you know, Jock says, he says, no, 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 we don't pay rent. Why? If you don't pay rent, you will get turned out into the street, and that would never do. You have Jill and the baby to think of now, she asked. No, no, Aunt Jane, you misunderstood me. We don't pay rent because the house is ours. So, Jock says, the house is theirs. Yours? Why, yes, you just pay £10 and it is yours. You see, Onjen, we realized how uneconomic it is to go on paying rent year after year when you can buy and enjoy a home of your own for £10 and a few quarterly payments, of course. Why be Mr. Tenant when you can be Mr. Owner? This is very important. It's a very important line. Why be Mr. Tenant when you can be Mr. Owner? Why you have to be a tenant? After all, you pay 10 pounds and your house will be yours, he says. So, after all, you understand that they bought this house. ఈ ఇల్లు కూడా వాళ్ళు they bought it on installments. So, if you pay some amount every month, so the house will become yours. So, he says. Then Aunt Jane says, I see. Yes, there is something in that. Even so, you must be getting on very well to keep up a place like this. Oh, he is, Aunt Jane. Why, only last year he had a 5 shilling rise, didn't you, Jock? Jill says like that. Then Jock, of course, that was nothing really. I am expecting 10 this Christmas. And this conversation will go like this. And at last, she'll ask, how much will you be paying towards your installments? So Jock says, what? Yeah, here it is on page 93. Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, to £7 8 and 8 pence a week, uh, he pays towards the installments every week. Okay. Then Onjen says, good heavens, and how much do you earn? Then what is your salary? How much do you earn? Earning, EARN, earn means how much you would get as your salary. She asks. Then Jock says, as a matter of fact, that is £6. See, he'll be paying, £7 8 and 8 pence a week as installments, but his salary is just £6. you will understand. So his salary is less than his installments, uh, all put together. Okay, but that is absurd. She says, that is absurd. ABSURD. Absurd means, uh, what shall I say, ridiculous or silly. Okay, that is absurd. How can you pay £7 8 and 8 pence out of £6? See, your salary is just £6 a week, and whereas you will be paying, £7 8 and 8 pence a week. How can you manage uh, that? Then he says, that is easy. You see, all you have to do is to borrow the rest of the money for the payments from the Thrift and Providence Trust Corporation. The rest of the amount that is to be adjusted towards the installments, he will be taking as a loan from some, Thrift and Providence Trust Corporation. And again, that you will, how will you pay that loan? Again in installments, he says. And they are only too glad to loan you any amount you like of note of hand alone. And how do you propose to pay that back? Oh, that is easy. You just pay it back in installments. So he says, even that loan also he wants to pay in installments. So this is, something that goes in their discussion. And whereas on Jane, doesn't approve of what they are doing, that she believes in the motto cash down. See, it is given in the lesson that she believes in cash down. If you want to purchase some good, some product, either TV or furniture or car or a house, you have to cash down. You have to pay the whole amount and then it will be yours, she says, and she scolds them, in fact. Then, while going, she gives a check again, another check, that she gives. Uh, how much, yeah, it is given here on the last page. Last but one. Okay, page number 94. I'm afraid, yeah. Looks at the check, £10 that Aunt Jane has given them a £10 check, uh, and she will be what Jill will be using that check in order to pay the doctor's bill. Then the baby will be theirs. డాక్టర్ బిల్ పే చేస్తేనే ఆ బేబీ పూర్తిగా వాళ్ళ సొంతం అవుతుంది అనమాట. అండ్ సో she gives out this check to the nurse Jock. Actually, what happens before this? Jock wants to drop her at the bus station. ఆమెను బస్ స్టేషన్లో దించుతానంటాడు, బట్ షీ డజంట్ వాంట్ టు గో ఆన్ ద కార్ విచ్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్స్. వాళ్ళ కార్ కాదు కదా అది, దాంట్లో రాను అని చెప్పేస్తుంది. అట్లీస్ట్ బయటికన్నా వెళ్దామనేసి బోత్ ఆన్ జేన్ అండ్ జాక్ విల్ గో అవుట్. And I want you to, yeah. So in a moment the nurse comes in with the, okay. సో ఆన్ జేన్ అండ్ జాక్ ఇద్దరు బయటికి వెళ్తారు. అప్పుడు జిల్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఈ చెక్ని నర్స్కి ఇచ్చేస్తుంది. దెన్ బేబీ వాళ్ళది అయిపోతుంది అనమాట. బేబీ వీళ్ళతోనే ఉంటుంది, బట్ వీళ్ళ బేబీ అంటే వీళ్ళ బేబీకి సంబంధించిన బిల్, డాక్టర్స్ బిల్ పే చేయలే కాబట్టి they cannot claim that the baby is fully theirs. So that is how the things go in the lesson. And Jock comes in and asks her what she has done with the check. ఏం చేసావు చెక్ని అంటాడు. Then she says she has paid the bill, doctor's bill. but he doesn't like that idea. Dr. Martin, what on earth possessed you to do that? There, now you are going to be angry with me. I'm not angry, but why waste good money on the doctor? Doctors don't expect to get paid anyway. Doctors don't expect to get paid anyway, he says. Doctors ki pay చేయాల్సిన వాళ్ళేం ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయరు కదా, he says. So sobbing a little, but you don't understand. Understand what? Why? Just one more installment and baby is really yours. ఇంకో ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్ మాత్రమే ఉంది, then baby will be ours, she says. As she is a mother, she knows uh, that she has to pay the bill so that she can uh, say that the baby is completely theirs, right? This is something silly, and at the same time this looks to be uh, a bit what shall I say, mm, what do we say, that something very sad, and very unhappy to see these people like this, okay, that they believe in installments. How foolishly that they are completely dependent on installments, right? Even to pay the doctor's bill towards her baby's medical expenses, that they don't have enough money. That will be really foolish, and at the same time very unhappy, if at all you read these things, right? Unhappy for them. All right, so see the lesson once again, read it, read through the lesson, try to understand line by line. Certain lines you must keep in mind. What Jog says at one stage, that why be Mr. Tenant when you can be Mr. Owner. Tenant means one who లివ్స్ ఇన్ ఏ రెంటెడ్ హౌస్. నువ్వు రెంట్ హౌస్లో ఉంటే కనుక నిన్ను టెనెంట్ అంటారు. హౌస్ నీదే అయితే యు ఆర్ ఎన్ ఓనర్. సో వై బీ మిస్టర్ టెనెంట్ వెన్ యూ క్యాన్ బి మిస్టర్ ఓనర్? దిస్ మైట్ బి ఆస్క్డ్ ఇన్ ది ఎగ్జామినేషన్. ఓకే, a very important line. And cash down, that is my policy, Ongen says. That is really absurd, Ongen says at one stage. That is absurd. How can you pay £7, 8 and 8 pence out of £6? This is also very important. And another line, what that check I gave you for your wedding present, it was only £200, wasn't it? I didn't put 2000 by mistake. This is also very important. And why no, Ongen? What on earth made you think that? Okay, these lines are important, and read them. Okay, try to understand, and if at all you don't understand any word or line, you can ask me on WhatsApp and I'll explain. Thank you for watching. See you. Keep reading.